Hey guys, welcome back to Real Housewives Recaps. Today, I'm bringing you a little bonus episode. That's right. This is going to be my third one today, out of order. So you got the morning's TikToks, you got Lady C's book coming this afternoon. This is a little in between. So you'll hear about it on Lady C's book this evening when you watch that episode. Please watch that episode. I love Lady C's book, by the way. I'm really enjoying deep diving that, so check that out. But okay. I had taken a couple days off, no big deal. I'd pre-recorded some videos. That's why I haven't been as active in the comments. I've been reading them. Thank you for leaving me those. But anyway, I just wanted to step away, but I'm back. Okay. These two were being obnoxious even while I was gone. I tried not to read the news, but, you're sitting at a hotel in the evening, your phone magically pops in your hand, you start scrolling, and I was just like, good God, these two. They just can't stop. The titles with the kids. I hope you sense my frustration with the TikToks this morning. Not with the TikToks, but through the TikToks, because they can't stop bashing their families. That's what they trade on. That's what they make their money on. And yet they're more than happy to accept any good stuff that comes along with his family, including the titles for the kids. Nice, huh? Nice people. What else happened while I was gone? Oh yeah, Fergie came out and was like, I don't really know Meghan, even though Meghan sure had a tale about Fergie teaching her the curtsy, and that just shows me more of, well, they continue to lie. And also, Harry really is a puppet, right? He just goes along with whatever Meghan says, even if it's bullshit. Like, we got married a couple days before. He just kind of chuckles along, ha ha ha, and doesn't say, no, he didn't. What are you talking about? Harry, blink if you need help. You seem to be a hostage at this point. Obviously, I say that jokingly because I hold him just as responsible as her. He sucks too. All the drugs and stuff. Listen, I don't care what people do in their own home. Have fun. Do all the drugs. Whatever. But I don't think it's responsible to go on these public platforms and to push them the way he seems to be. I don't think that that's a great idea. And to charge people all this money to watch his therapy, it just blows my mind, right? I mean, like, he's helping people. Of course, he acts like he wants to help people, but he won't do that part for free. He's going to charge you for that part. It blows my mind, right? But again, they want privacy as long as you pay for watching them. I did see that it's speculated that Prince Harry will attend coronation, but he will attend alone. I, like so many of you in the comments, say, I don't know if she'll miss a chance to spend more money on clothes and try to make appearances in front of the camera, but maybe she doesn't want to eat the humble pie and not be photographed on the balcony. I'm not sure. I don't know. Either way, they'll spin it into them being victims somehow. Okay, so I wanted to touch base with you guys, though. Just, again, I've been gone for a week. You wouldn't notice on my channel because I keep posting, but I have. I've been away, and it's kind of been nice to check out, but I'm back, fully back. Okay, so many of you love the Harry and Meghan stuff, and me too. I love talking about it. I'm obsessed. Something else has grabbed my attention this week, and it won't apply to all of you. So if you're just into the Harry and Meghan stuff, I get it. I love you. I'll see you next time. But if you want to stick with me, there's something that's been on my mind in the news that I've been dying to talk about. Can we please spend like 14 hours talking about Scandoval? Is anybody aware of what I'm talking about? Am I talking to myself here? I have been captivated by this story. I used to watch Vanderpump Rules. I used to actually recap it. And then I probably checked out, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago. And I've peripherally kept up with it just through, I love podcasts. So I listen to podcasts like Watch What Crappens, where Ben and Ronnie talk about the cast. And I keep up with it that way, but I really haven't watched it. But my God, am I intrigued now. Okay, here's my disclaimer. 2 things. 1, don't get upset with me. I love to research stuff. I usually have every detail of everything ready to go. But I've been on vacation, so I've just been reading about it and trying to keep up, listening to podcasts. So I'm going to get some details wrong. And 2, I'm going to get some details wrong. So if you know something that I said wrong, that's going to be okay. You can leave me comments, let me know. It's totally fine. I'm just going to give you the gist in case you've stuck around and you're like, what are you talking about? Well, I'll tell you. But if you watch the show or you know what's going on, I'm going to need to hear from you because I am fascinated with this story. Here we go. Okay, here's what it is in a nutshell. nearly 10 years ago. It was season 2. My God, I can't believe it's been 10 years. The reunion of Vanderpump Rules, Tom and Ariana confirmed their relationship. There were rumors that they were hooking up while he was still with Kristen. I don't know if they've officially said, again, don't sue me. I'm still learning details as well, but I do believe, I think Jax had stated that that Tom and Ariana had maybe hooked up and got together. Regardless, they got together. They've been together for 10 years. They bought a house together. They're not officially married, but I think they call themselves married, or they're, for all intents and purposes, but no, they've been together for a very long time, and they live together. And again, if you don't watch this show, Tom Sandoval is the guy in the middle, and Ariana is the lady on the right. Who's that on the left, you ask? Well, I'm glad you asked. That's supposed to be Raquel, although we've since found out that's not even her real name. Her name's Rachel. That's Rachel. And it's a whole thing. She was with this DJ on the show, James Kennedy. I find him completely douchebaggy. He reminds me of Templeton the rat. But anyway, I digress. She had been engaged to James. It didn't work out. They had broken up. There you go. Tom and Ariana had, I think, kind of danced around the marriage thing. They just decided it wasn't for them. But they did talk about, she was anti having babies. But then, again, I heard this through podcasts because I haven't watched the last couple of years. But I believe she was coming around. I heard that Ariana had frozen her eggs. So fast forward to allegedly around June 2022. That's where people are thinking that Sandoval and Rachel started hooking up, going out. I don't know what they were doing their thing. Okay, here's where things get even more crazy. The guy on the left, Tom Schwartz. So there's two Toms. It's confusing. Guy on the left is Tom Schwartz. Douchebag on the right with the mustache. That's Tom Sandoval. Okay. Tom Schwartz, fellow cast member, best friends with the other Tom. They have bars together. It doesn't matter. It came out that Rachel, in the middle there, had been making out with Sandoval. No big deal, right? They're both single. Sandoval and his wife had called it quits, and they're at Coachella. Weird because it's a cast member. Whatever. Who cares? They all hook up with each other. Okay. That's not what allegedly happened. What's being reported is somebody said, oh my God, Raquel and the guy on the left, Tom Sandoval, are making out at Coachella. But what people have gone back and figured out is Tom Sandoval wasn't there. Somebody misreported the name because it's Tom and Tom. And actually what was happening is she was there making out with Sandoval. What makes it even more crazy is she and Ariana, Sandoval's live-in partner of however many years was it like almost 10 years? Best friends or really close friends to the point where Raquel, I keep hesitating on that name, Rachel, was staying in their guest house, allegedly. And Tom, according to multiple sources, was sneaking out there to be with Raquel, while at Ariana here on the right and Tom's house. But what's being reported, and the way I'm understanding it, is that Tom here, douchebag mustache, was performing with his band on stage, and something happened with his phone. It fell down, fell out, doesn't matter. Ariana, his girlfriend to the left there, picked it up. And she had a suspicion. So she just went into it. And sure enough, there was communication between these two. And it sounds like, allegedly, according to, now there's lawsuits involved, it was a video of old Rachel and Tom on, was it a FaceTime, something like that? And they were, she was taking care of business. Get my drift? On the video, he had recorded it. It's a whole thing. Ariana's there supporting her boyfriend's band when she finds the phone and disappears. She, again, according to everything I read, sent Raquel a message that says, like, you're dead to me, or I'm done with you, something along the lines like, I know what you've been doing, bitch. Now, this show is currently filming. I think they were maybe wrapped, but they add more filming because this happened right in the middle of it. They were about to go to a reunion, I believe. And they even pushed that backwards because they need to figure this out. Now, also allegedly during this, when so what happened was Sheena and Rachel, were filming Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen in New York. The way I understood it is Ariana ended up, after letting Rachel know she knew, she let Sheena know that Rachel and douchebag mustache Sandoval had been hooking up. So allegedly, all alleged, Sheena punched Rachel in the face. So, or in the eyebrow or something, because there's now a police report with Raquel's eyebrow and some sort of cut or something. I'm not laughing about the physical violence. That's never an option. But my God, you talk about drama. Good Lord. So now, since all this, statements have been put out. I'm not even going to read those because they're not great. But I can tell you, if you didn't hate Sandoval before, you will after reading the statements. He put out the most bullshitty statement you've ever heard in your life. And it had to do with, hey, don't take it out on my businesses. Apparently people were going on Yelp and leaving them bad reviews because it's a whole thing. Him and Tom own clubs together. Tom and Tom own clubs together. And he didn't want the employees to suffer for what he did. Okay. Except for in his, quote, apology, he doesn't actually apologize or mention Ariana by name. So he ends up putting out another apology, and it's just as bad. They're so full of themselves. I'm hearing reports that Rachel, this part's hard because nothing's confirmed. Who knows? It's all alleged. Who knows? But I'm hearing that Rachel is either going to stick it out with Tom because they're both so hated. They kind of only have each other. Hello, Harry and Meghan. See where I'm fascinated? Or is she going to say that she was the, quote, victim in all this? That he recorded this against her will or whatever, against her knowledge. And he tricked her into thinking that they were in an open relationship because that was a storyline on Vanderpump Rules. They're equally as disgusting as each other. What's crazy is even if she tried to play that, this went on. I mean, this wasn't a one-time we hooked up because I thought they were on a break situation. This was they've been hooking up allegedly for months, to the point where they even had matching necklaces. They would wear these lightning bolt necklaces supposedly to signal to each other, like a way of saying I love you. I also heard, I believe, I've listened to so many podcasts now, so I want to give credit to the right one. I believe it was actually on Kristen Doute's podcast that she was over, and if you don't know, Kristen Doute is so much Sandoval's ex before Ariana. She and Ariana have since, they had a tough relationship for a long time because Kristen can be a lot, but she and Ariana have since become friends. She was over comforting Ariana when Sandoval walks in the house and was basically a dick to them all and said, "This is my house." You know what I mean? Like, you'd think he'd come in tail between the legs like, "Oh my God, I've screwed this up so bad, 9 years, I'm so sorry." But nah, he came in and was just being the mustachy douchebag you see in front of you. So if that's true, if that happened, that's some bullshit right there. And that shows you everything you need to know about this guy, because he's not the least bit remorseful, it sounds like. He couldn't even put out a statement saying sorry to Ariana in the first place. He had to get all the backlash from the fans to say, "What's your problem, dude?" to finally put out something, "Sorry, Ariana. Sorry about those 9 years or 10 years or whatever it was you spent with me, and I cheated on you. Sorry about that. Whoopsie doopsie." So I'm fascinated. I'm riveted. I've been consuming as many podcasts on this as I possibly can because it's just such an interesting story. These two have worked together for a long time. The three of them would hang out and go to, Ariana and Rachel would go to Tom's shows a lot. It sounds like Rachel was a big old fangirl, and I'm just curious. Do you think that Sandoval and Rachel will, quote, be together? Do you think that they'll try to be like, this is true love? Or do you think that they'll turn on each other? Dying to know your thoughts on this. Really riveted by the story, and I had to get it out there. So Again, sorry for the crude timeline and explanation. I usually try to have way more thoughts together, but I felt so compelled to talk about this because it's fresh on my mind. I don't know, it's interesting. It's just interesting. So that's it for me, guys. Thank you so much. Keep watching my videos. I got a lot of good stuff coming out. I'm working on going back through the comments I may have missed while on vacation. And I hope you guys have the best day ever. Be sure to check back in just a couple hours. My Lady C book episode will be back up. We'll be talking more Harry and Meghan. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.